Hey guys, building the Bill Edwards brand. Checking to see if the ingredients is right. Right, Neville? I'm gonna give you a history of this label. When Bill Edwards started 33 years ago, I couldn't really afford labels. So true quality of it. Because in order to, you have to feel quality. You can't see it alone. You have to also feel it and touch it. Right? Actually, I have named my company of Ralph Lauren Clothing Company. I have gone to straight show abroad, a hotel in Jamaica. Come to me abroad to give me order, and they know I'm a Jamaican. Hey guys, building the Bill Edwards brand.
On this episode of Let's Talk Bill Edwards.
Bill Edwards.
Yeah, we put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth, blessings come forth. Yo, it is a miracle to make your thing shot and not end up a gun court, end up a gun court. Growing up on the banks of the hope. Never give up and we never lose hope. And we never sell out and never sell dope. No ironically, everything what we said it says dope. Listen, it never break with spirit growing up, bro.
Let me take you on a tour of my fabric room. I know the magic happens. So basically, in my fabric room, I pretty much run things because my fabrics are packed in such a way to meet my different customers. So here we're looking at our prints. This is where the magical prints happen. So we have a cluster of prints here. It's a little low now, but we still have a couple rolls. So these are the ones that we target mostly for the resort, because resort, they like a lot of resort prints. So we have some of the best prints here that we pretty much target. This is one of our hot sellers. And these are the ones that we export also, right? So from the prints, then if you notice, I have these are my solids. And we have a wide variety of solids, right? You name it. Again, we're a little low because we are manufacturing now for this season and we're meeting orders. So some of the colors, finish. But basically, if you look here, we have a lot of solids, right? Then we have our prints again, but these are different. These are what you call abstract. So we have here our florals, and then we have our abstract, right? So abstract is something similar to these. Right? So we categorize them, right? We categorize them. So we have various different type of abstract, and you might say we're fusing some other stuff with it, right? I'm packing now for I'm doing a lot of designing and stuff. So the place is a little clustered and a little confusing for you guys, but not for me because I did it. Right? If you come here also, right? So we have different types of print. These are not really resort now. So as I said, we classify the resort, but these are different. We have prints here, but different type of prints, right? You guys wouldn't understand it. You want to see the finished product, right? So then we come down here also. We have some we have the Bill Edwards fabric, but I didn't want to even show you guys those as yet because we have something big coming out maybe later this year or early in January where we're gonna preview the Bill Edwards print with a lot of different things, right? So, and our e-commerce website is coming on board also, so that we have to talk about. So we're gonna package all of those for you guys later, right? But then we have the what we call the gungos, meaning the top of the top that we pack also here, right? When you look, the linen doesn't get better than this. I can tell you guys, it doesn't get better than this, right? When you look at stuff like these, it just doesn't get. You're not gonna see the real true quality of it, because in order to, you have to feel quality. You can't see it alone. You have to also feel it and touch it, right? So basically, this is my stock room. Whole snippet of fabrics, right? These are my solid linen. We have a white, we have our oatmeal, we have different colors. We just, this is just a brain box for me, right? This is just a brain box for me. So basically, that's just a small knowledge of what I do in terms of like creating my designs.
Yeah, we put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth, blessings come forth. Yo, it is a miracle to make your thing shot and not end up a gun court, end up a gun court. Growing up on the banks of the hope. Never give up and we never lose hope. And we never sell out and never sell dope. No, we're running with everything when we say the says dope. Listen, it never break with spirit.
I'm like a sous chef, checking to see if the ingredients is right. Right, Neville? Right.
Just to cope. Yeah, I know social mobility, limited scope. But mama make we know so time longer than rope. We not frightened for nothing, cause we used to go without. From food stamp and no stamp, fill up the passport. You watch juvenile, no put no gun in your transport. If you collect no banknote, know that at the wrong spot. Hey, everybody want a bus like public transport. But all the food, everything curry like gold. Put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth, blessings come forth. Yo, it is a miracle to make your thing shot and not end up a gun court, end up a gun court. Yeah, we put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth, blessings come forth. Yo, it is a miracle to make your thing shot and not end up a gun court, end up a gun court. Growing up on the banks of the hope. Never give up and we never lose hope. And we never sell out and never sell dope. No ironically, everything when we say the says dope. Listen, it never break with spirit growing up, bro. Roll out, spending like carbon lips up. Yes, I regular we run boat. Just we stay afloat and we run joke. Just we go. Yeah, man, social mobility, limited scope. But mama make we know so time longer than rope. We not find nothing, nothing, cause we used to go without. From the food stand.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for Let's Talk Bill Edwards. In this episode, we'll be discussing building the Bill Edwards brand.
Yeah, we put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth, blessings come.
Let's go down memory lane. Mr. Edwards will be taking us back into his era of the Bill Edwards pleated pants and also his era of the Bill Edwards capri pants. Mr. Edwards.
Thanks for having me, Chantel.
My pleasure, sir.
Okay, as you guys know, Bill Edwards has been around for a while. So, this is our era of the pleated pants. Now, fashion, as you know, has evolved. So, we're not doing much pleated pants again. So, fashion has evolved in such a way, you know, that we're wearing more fitted pants, like what I'm wearing. But when we were designing pleated pants, I mean, if you look at this look, trust me, it's still relevant today. We still have customers that comes inside our factory and ask for Bill Edwards pleated pants. And to show you how old this pleated pant is, if you look on our label that we're using now, and I'm gonna give you a history of this label. When Bill Edwards started 33 years ago, I couldn't really afford labels. So if you look closer up, you'll see this pair of shoe, which was my shoe at the time, my belt at the time. And what I did, I went over Hellshire and I took a picture to create my own label. So I did this picture on a log with a pants and my shoe and just said, take it to a printer at a guy that I knew. And I came up with this vintage Bill Edwards label. I can't even believe that it's still here today. So we have moved from this now to, a more modern look,
Yes.
right? But I'm still proud of my linen pants because I still think it's relevant today. And as I said before, I have customers that's come and ask for the Bill Edwards linen pleated pants, right? But just to show you how long we have been doing this, right? So we move from our pleated pants. It's nostalgic for me, honestly. And we go over now to our vintage capri linen pants, right? Which is another staple back in our days. We used to sell a lot of these to the hotel because it's a drawstring. And it's pretty cool to have the cargo look, right? But again, it's our linen era. So it's just to show you how long Bill Edwards has been doing this, as Chantel mentioned last week at our first episode. 33 years in business. So we're just giving you a little history of the Bill Edwards linen pants. And yes, that's it.
Mr. Edwards, when you started your company in the 90s, the fashion industry in Jamaica was mostly just makers, tailors, adjustment shops, etc. Nothing as sophisticated and at international standard as your brand. So how did you come about building such an elaborate business structure for your brand?
Well, I've always admired international ready-to-wear designers. Designers like...
You're talking about in the 90s?
Yeah.
How were you exposed to international ready-to-wear designers in the 90s?
Oh, we were exposed to all the Tommy Hilfiger, the Ralph Lauren, the Calvin Klein, the Polo. Come on, you think I'm a kid? I'm always exposed to those. Actually, I have named my company of Ralph Lauren Clothing Company. I named Bill Edwards Clothing Company. Because the truth is, Ralph Lauren was always a mentor of mine. You understand? And as I said before, to answer the question, I've always admired international ready-to-wear brand. You understand? Because if you notice, my clothing line is ready to wear.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I've always patterned myself seeing Bill Edwards into stores internationally.
Okay.
I remember, like, I used to go into Macy's and I see all of the concept corners for the major designers. And I've always visualized Bill Edwards there.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So my thing was always, to do manufacturing of ready-to-wear garments.
Okay. In our first episode, we learned of your business' first major wholesale order from Lee's, the exposure and business opportunities you gained from the trade shows. Please take us through some of the impactful eras that has contributed to what your business is today.
Well, I would say one of the most impactful change that I've made, even before start wholesaling to stores, right? I would say because I used to do custom made. And when I switched from doing custom made to manufacturing, right? There's a fundamental difference there,
Yeah.
right? That's when we introduced a clothing line.
Okay.
I would say that was my biggest shift at that time. And then I got involved into wholesale.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So I started selling small stores. Well, Lee's was one of the largest stores we started with back in the 90s. But we have snippets of small stores that we always supply.
Okay.
And then I would say that's where the business started taking off.
Okay.
Then we start fusing the international trade shows, right? And that was a big leap for us,
Okay.
right? And consumers start hearing more about the brand. So we start develop, because the brand start build. And we start getting calls, we start getting orders. So I would say, yeah, those are some of the most impactful. And then we start doing exports,
Okay.
right, through the region,
Okay.
right? So I would also say that has impacted us a lot. And don't forget, you know, one of our major store in Western Jamaica, and we're going like 20 odd years with them, and that's
Okay.
the great Lloyd's
Okay.
department store. And that is an episode by itself.
Okay.
You understand?
I think we need to have your Mr. Pearson on the seat.
Exactly. So when you have Mr. Pearson in that seat, then we can discuss that, and he'll tell you all the stories when I just went to his store to sell him for him to carry the Bill Edwards product.
Okay, and I'm sure that is going to be a hell of a episode.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys are looking forward to that as well. Based on what you just informed us of, where the eras that has impacted your business, right? You said that you were doing custom make to start.
Yeah, that's how I started. Where
It wouldn't be nowadays couture pieces.
no man, couture is different from custom.
Okay.
You understand? So you have custom is when a customer pretty much you cut for them specifically in terms of measurement.
Okay, so they would come give you the design, the fabric.
They could give you
and-
the design, they could give you the fabric, but I just never used to take fabric.
Oh,
So I never started out taking fabric.
okay.
So even though I used to do custom, you have to choose from my fabric.
Okay.
That's how I started.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was quite different in those days.
Well,
Were
I've-
you the only person who offered that?
Well, I don't
service?
know, but let me tell you something. I've always had this belief, if I want to call it that my clothing line must be different.
Okay.
So even if I'm doing custom,
right.
it can't be any run-of-the-mill fabric
Okay.
I'm working with.
Okay.
It have to be something within that Bill Edwards look.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, and then I think one of the reasons also is that if the customer should come and not satisfy with the look, right?
Right.
It's always my fabric, so I can sell it back.
Okay. Okay.
So that was one of the reasons also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So right through it all, you always exercise your business acumen.
Yes, of course, definitely.
Okay. So how hard was it for you to transition into manufacturing wholesale? Because manufacturing wholesale, you have to come up with different designs, you have to try to meet different customers' needs, you know. How difficult was it for you?
Well, the truth is, it wasn't that difficult for me because I did my own, what you call, studies.
Okay, so you did research?
I did my own research, right.
Okay, you did your own research.
And quite frankly, it's easier for me because when you're dealing with wholesale, you're not dealing with specific measurement per se.
Okay,
Now you're dealing with patterns, sizes.
okay,
So once you understand sizes and how to create pattern,
okay.
simple. It's like a 1, 2, 3. Because when a customer come into the store now, as you guys would know, we're not taking measurement.
Right,
What we do is give them a fit.
right,
Or because of my experience, I could look at a customer and say, okay, give him a medium, or give him a large, or give him whatever size, based off of my experience.
yeah,
So what we work with now is, once is a large Bill Edwards, is a large Bill Edwards.
okay,
It could be large, slim fit, which is a different measurement,
right,
right? So once you have your measurement, once you know measurement, you understand measurements, then it's not that difficult. And you know to create patterns.
Okay.
It's not that it's
So that
difficult.
would actually be one part of the completion of the product or the satisfaction of the product. But I think for me, or from outside, the most difficult part of it would be to create these different designs that people will find appealing. You know, how do you do that?
Well, I don't know how to answer that part. You know, I'm a designer. You understand? And what a designer does.
Design.
The design. So the thing about it is that I create things. I'm a creator of things. I'm an artist.
Okay.
You understand? So I get ideas from so many things.
Okay.
I could look at a newspaper, even today, the newspaper in my office fell on the floor, and I saw something on it. And it was even clothing design. There was something, and it just struck my attention. And from that, I had something preparing in my head.
Okay.
So it's all right. It's for me. It's not that difficult.
Okay.
You understand? Because I create things.
Okay.
I would be in awe of somebody else's job,
Okay.
but for them it's easy. So
Yeah.
I guess it's the same thing for me.
Yeah.
What people in awe of, sometimes even myself I would say like, oh, that's nothing. But then I understand.
Yes.
So to answer your question, you know, I'm just a creator of things. So it's not hard. You come out with different collection. All major designers come out with different collection. What we're trying to do now, as you know, is create designs from fabric.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
So not just design as in
Getting inspiration from a
getting
object or something.
right. We're working with fabrics.
Okay.
Like all major designers,
Yeah.
right, have their own, or they might come out with different patterns for the season.
Yes.
You get me?
Yeah.
So it's not just the design, it's the fabric content
As well.
as well.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Mr. Edwards. So, what are the 3 most challenging factors of your business being in the fashion industry?
Wow, what are the 3 most challenging factors? Look, one of the most challenging right now is getting staff.
Okay.
That's it. Back in the days, we didn't have that problem.
Okay.
I think with the advent of social media, that has, what you would call, I don't know, but you can't get youngsters again interested to learn the craft.
Okay.
And when they do learn the craft, before they even hone their skill with a seasoned or reputable designer, they just go on, they open up their Instagram and they do their own thing. So it's difficult for players like me in the industry who has been around for so long
Yeah.
to get workers. It's one of the toughest thing right now to
Wow.
get skilled workers. Because my staff that I have is pretty much going 15, 20
Wow.
20 years.
Wow.
And I have often said to them that we're all going to retire at the same time. Because there's nobody coming up, younger persons,
Who would like to know the trade?
who want to learn the trade and learn it, not just learn the trade, but do it well.
Master it.
Master the trade,
And have pride.
doing it at a certain level,
Yes.
and to meet international standard, because that's what we set out to do here.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that is one. I don't. The truth is, I don't have. No, I don't have a lot of challenges.
Okay.
Then, I have a lot of challenges. So I would more say my challenges, or my challenge now, is mostly skilled worker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we still need to open up more in terms of market.
Yes.
We need more international markets.
Yes.
We need Jamaicans to believe in Bill Edwards.
Yes.
reach out to us
Yeah, okay.
like how they would reach out to any international brand.
Yeah.
I have set a standard
Yeah.
here with a showroom, right? That they don't have to take plane and go to New York, to California,
Yes.
to Manhattan,
I
to
agree
Panama.
with you, right.
Call Bill Edwards.
Yes.
Build our own in Jamaica.
Yes.
Because I have invested
Yes.
in this company. And not just monetary investment. Even my pride,
Yes.
I've invested in this
We
company.
see it in your clothing.
Right. So I would love for store owners,
Yes.
hotel owners. I've gone to Straight Show abroad, an hotel in Jamaica. Come to me abroad to give me order, and they know I'm a Jamaican.
Wow. Wow.
I have experienced that over and over. Buyers from hotel in Jamaica who know Bill Edwards in Jamaica come to international show, see the same Bill Edwards at the show, and want to give me the order there instead of coming here.
Here and giving it and making some.
So you do the maths.
So being the chief of staff, do you only design? If not, what are the other active day-to-day role you play?
Look, I do everything at Bill Edwards Clothing Company, or I should say I can do everything. When you're operating in Jamaica, right, it's best you try to learn as much as possible about your own business. Because a day can come when a particular staff that work in a particular area don't turn up and the show has to go on. So I'm sure you guys here, you see me in every little, if even a box supposed to deliver and nobody not here, I throw it on my shoulder and I bring it downstairs and I take it to the delivery truck. I don't have no pride when it comes onto this business.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
I do anything. I can run upstairs and I can make a barcode. I do almost anything inside here.
Okay.
You understand? So even though I would say I'm the creative director,
Yes.
right? Or one of the creative director, the chief creative director at Bill Edwards Clothing Company.
Yes.
But I can multitask, as you guys know. I try to do every little thing.
Okay. Okay. And I guess that's why you have such a strong business, right?
Well, having the business knowledge to go with the designing aspect is very important because again, a lot of persons in this industry has reached out to me a lot of times, as you guys know. And the first question they pose to me is, how do you do it? And I said to them, I'm not even sure if I'm doing it. I'm just being me, being Bill Edwards.
Okay.
You go and you talk to the staff, them say me is the miserablest person they ever come across. Because that's my personality. I have a drive, you know, and I have a vision.
Yes.
And my vision is to see Bill Edwards internationally. Not just saying, okay, you're an international brand and nobody don't know you.
Yeah. But
And they don't have to know who Bill Edwards as me as a person is.
yeah, okay.
As long as they know Bill Edwards as the brand.
Right. And they enjoy what your products and they're
Exactly.
satisfied
So if
with
you
it.
should go into any major city and you say Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, right? Major, ready to wear designer. Nobody have to ask who they are.
Right.
That's how I want this brand to become.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Edwards. Now, most designers these days believe that having a name and making couture pieces is all there is to fashion. Did you ever have this mindset? Why not? And what geared you to manufacturing on a large scale for everyday wear?
The truth is, I've always said there is no Hollywood in Jamaica. Therefore, for me to be doing only couture pieces, right, I would be marginalizing myself, limiting myself,
Okay.
right? So I've never I pattern my clothing line from major designers,
Okay.
right? And if you go in the stores, these major design, I'm not saying that they don't do couture pieces,
Right.
but
But
your bread and butter
has to be.
has to be ready to wear.
Okay.
Because when you find 100 person buy a shirt, you find one, right, that buy some elaborate design. So you have to be smart.
Yes.
And that's what I do.
Okay.
I believe in ready to wear,
Okay.
right? But if a customer should come and they want a couture piece, which as you know we have done from time to time, I have no problem doing it. As long as they can pay me for it, I do it.
Okay.
You understand? But that can't be the bread and butter of the company.
Right.
Because you will see that customer one time
Right.
in a blue moon.
True.
But what happened to Lloyd's department store when they say, send me 20, 30, 40 dozen shirt?
Right.
That's Penta.
Quite a smart businessman. Mr. Edwards, as you took us on the tour of viewing your fabrics, right? I see where you had mentioned that you will be showcasing your very own Bill Edwards print very soon. What more should we expect from your brand?
Well, okay. We have the Bill Edwards prints already. So that is a done deal.
Okay.
So you have Gucci, you have Burberry prints. No, you have the Bill Edwards prints to deal with.
Okay.
You understand me?
Which is amazing.
And we have fused the Bill Edwards print in our travel bag,
Okay.
which is on its way. Hopefully we get that before Christmas.
Okay.
We have the Bill Edwards leather wallets coming out.
Wow.
We have the Bill Edwards leather belts coming out. And we have the Bill Edwards polos coming out. I didn't want to give away so much, but you just dig it out of me. You understand? Because remember again, our e-commerce website,
Yes.
right, is almost finished.
Okay.
And
That's a lot of stuff to look
yes,
forward
that is going to be, we're trying to have the launch for Christmas. Not sure we can do it because now it's kind of picking up in terms of the orders, so we are a little busy,
to. Okay.
right? But that is a done deal also, the e-commerce website. That should be like from when that should have ready. But they always say nothing happened before the time.
Right.
Right? And we got a great guy in New York building the website, Michael Renford, right? And you have seen
Yes.
the website.
He does a spectacular
is
job.
first world.
That's true.
First world. So I'm looking forward to that for the Christmas, if not for early January.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So basically we're trying, man. We're doing what we're supposed to do as a brand
Yes.
to meet our international standard.
Okay.
We're doing what we have to do. You understand? I'm trying to add the product to make the brand more rounded.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So, yeah.
We definitely see where you're going. Thank you, Mr. Edwards, again for sitting with us for another episode of Let's Talk Bill Edwards. Now, let's take a look at another special feature of the legend in his craft. A unique skill of the legend himself is how he infuses different fabrics to create a design. Let's hear it from Bill Edwards.
Let me explain to the viewers what we mean when we say we infuse the fabric. It simply means it's a contrast, right? So that's any fabric that we're using, right?
Right.
Apart from the original fabric to create the design.
Okay.
That's what we really call a contrast.
Okay.
All right? So the first thing for me, if I'm contrasting, if I'm using a contrast in a fabric, I look at the personality of the design. Because the truth is I want to bring out the personality. And what that means is the look of the design.
Okay.
Right? So for instance, look at this shirt. Right?
Yes.
in order to bring out the personality, the look in the design, I wouldn't fuse it, I wouldn't contrast it with a brown color, because the brown would kill the design. You wouldn't have no form of personality. The white would bring out the personality. Therefore, the white shows the design.
Give it a pop.
Give it a pop. Exactly. That's the new word that they use now. It pops the design.
Okay, give it a buzz.
Give it a buzz.
Okay.
Right? So that's the reason why I would use the white. Now, if you should use, as I said, the earthier tone color in the fabric to contrast it, yes, it can work, but that personality just wouldn't be there.
Be the best.
So that's why they call Bill the king of contrast.
contrasting.
My customers.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
So do you get it?
Thank you for sitting with us for another episode of Let's Talk Bill Edwards. See you next time.
Bye.
Yeah, we put your first and second and third. Watch your blessings come forth. Blessings come